What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here, live for America's Game of the Week on Fox. The Indianapolis Colts host Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. One of the top teams, 6-3 Indianapolis Colts in the AFC, and one of the top teams in the NFC, the 7-2 Packers. First play of the game, a return to the 20-yard line by the Packers. So Aaron Rodgers will start the game versus Phillip Rivers with the football. We will see in this game Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks in the sport right now, an MVP candidate, the best passer rating in football, taking on the Indianapolis Colts defense that is supposedly one of the best in the NFL, although you guys know that I don't really believe in defense this year because it just doesn't exist. Aaron Rodgers is going to start the game in 5 wide to attack that secondary. He's going up deep. There's a man. It is Davante Adams on the first play of the game into Indianapolis territory. Interesting to see that because that is not typical of the Colts in terms of the coverage played on there. One-on-one with Davante Adams, the Colts don't really have any corners that can match Davante and his ability to get open and separate one-on-one. So that's immediately a surprise, but a really nice play call there early on. I think that is the way to attack the Colts defense. You have to pass the ball. You have to spread them out. If you get into third down situations, long third down situations, if you play big, I don't necessarily think that's the way to go. And here, Rodgers, 8 yards on first down to the returning Allen Lazard, who looked really good early in the season. He's back in the lineup as that number 2 go-to, kind of intermediate. He does make some plays down the field, but he did look really comfortable with Rodgers in that number 2 role, complimentary to Davante Adams, and he is back. So that's huge for the Packers. 2nd and 2. Under center now is Rodgers at the 38-yard line, and a fumble! Oh, the fumbled snap is it the Colts ball, and the Colts defense gets extremely lucky there. And honestly, nonchalantly, Aaron Rodgers tried to take that snap. I don't know if he wasn't expecting the snap. I guess he wasn't, but it just looked like he maybe lost it, or because I don't know. The replay doesn't really show us whether Rodgers was looking at the ball while he was snapping it, or maybe he just, I don't know. It felt like a bad exchange there from the center and quarterback. It's rare that you see that, especially if Rodgers did call for the snap. Typically, you don't see for mistimed snaps, especially with no fans and under center. Those are extremely rare things. So I'm just guessing that Rodgers just dropped the ball, to be honest with you. But I don't really know. We'll have to see going forward. What's going on, guys, in the chat? Sebi is in the chat. Connor's in the chat. Jake says discount double check. LOL. Seahawks and Lions fan is in the chat. Dean is in the chat. What's up? Joshua is in the chat. Big play Slay says Carson Wentz, I hate you. Jake says, let's go Colts. Green Bay hasn't beat a good team yet. I would argue that the Colts haven't beat a good team yet. Are there any good teams in the NFL? That is my question. Kevin Cooper, what's up, bro? Liam is in the chat. How come Liam keeps changing his name? I see Katie, I see Liam, unless they have the same picture. I don't really know. Durkant says, how about them Patriots, Mitch? Defense absolutely played like utter ass. So yeah, they didn't deserve to win. They got outplayed for most of the game on that side of the ball, and the Patriots offense just wasn't able to match them. That's why they lost. They had an opportunity at the end to tie the game, but they just couldn't come up with the stop when they actually needed to come up with the stop. Jake says, yo, what's good? Did you get Taysom Hill on your team, Mitch? No, I didn't. I didn't need him. That's why I didn't grab him. I considered it. I had the opportunity to in my big league, but I didn't. I looked at it, I was like, I already have 2 quarterbacks. I have Rodgers and Cam, so I was like, and on Yahoo, he's not a tight end. If he was considered a tight end on Yahoo, I would have snatched him immediately. But because he's still only a quarterback on that site, which is the way he should be. I mean, going forward as a starting quarterback, you should not also be allowed to be played at tight end. I get it if Breeze is playing, the designation makes sense, but the designation of him being a tight end when he's starting it's not really fair to the rest of the guys in the league, because that's basically like having one team with two quarterbacks and the rest of the league having a real actual lineup. 1st and 10 here for the Colts after a fortunate bounce their way. They start with the ball at the 39-yard line, their own 39. Phillip Rivers, quick short pass to Nyheim Hines, who we expected to see a lot of in this game. That's a mismatch for the Colts that they can take advantage of. In general, the Green Bay Packers linebackers and the middle of the field is very weak. But that play will be called back due to a holding call. Sean Hockley says it's coming back, so that play did not happen. Joshua says Lions are a mockery. Sports Today says fire Matt Patricia. I think he should be fired right now. Mr. Singh says Mitch, Texans playing on Thanksgiving. Yes, they play the Lions. That game will be very entertaining for the absolute worst reasons. Hopefully, though, the Lions have some of their offensive players in the game. I mean, because that would make it actually fun to watch, but I don't know if it will be without them, because they didn't have Golladay, Amendola, Swift, and Matthew Stafford has like a broken thumb. So their offense was just completely horrible, and they're running the ball for a yard per carry versus the worst run D in the league. So, I mean, that is like they need some guys on offense to make that game fun. But the Texans, I mean, today, Deshaun Watson is playing his best football of his career, and he's on a terrible team. It's kind of unfortunate, considering like really good teams. Like I'd argue the Colts 6-3 right now, 2nd and 7, as Phillip Rivers drops back and throws a nice pass by Rivers, but if it was there maybe a tad earlier, Amos wouldn't have made the play. He breaks it up for T.Y. Hilton there. T.Y. Hilton has been a guy that plays a lot, but hasn't been productive this year. His worst year I've seen from him in a long time. I don't know if that's because of his connection with Rivers, his role in the offense, him regressing, because he hasn't really been as hurt as usual. He's been known for, injuries quite often throughout his career, but he's been available. He just hasn't really been active in the offense as much. 3rd and 7 year for the Colts. But I was saying, Watson on a lot of teams would make those teams true contenders. Teams in the playoff picture right now, as Ali Cox gets the first down but fumbles. So the Packers defense now gets a break because of an error by the Colts offense. This is what I'm talking about with defense nowadays. There's no good defense. It's just bad offense. So nice strip though. I will say that. That's a nice strip by, who is that? Green by the Packers. Nice peanut punch to cause that ball to come out. So the Packers will get the ball back, and Rodgers is definitely saying to himself, whew, thankful for that, because, he could have cost his team some points. But yeah, like I was saying with Watson, like Watson was on the Browns, or Watson was on, a lot of teams, to be honest with you, like any of the NFC East teams that will make the playoffs. He's a elite quarterback who is, I would say, the only elite quarterback that is not in the playoff picture right now, I think. That's how bad the Texans have been. What do you want for Christmas? I'll tell the big man. What I want for Christmas is you to Gronk spike the like button, guys. Gronk spike that like button. Show support for the channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the Bottom Line View for more NFL. That is what I would like for Christmas. What do I think of the leaked photo? Are you talking about the one of me in France? I'm disappointed that you let go of my plans, my new Netflix series. I'm disappointed. Oh, James has got a brand new iPhone 12 Pro Max, bro. He's got all of it. He's got what's new about the new iPhone, James? Is it Is it better? Is it worse? Is it what's good about it? Give me a review. I need a review. Yeah, he was tight end eligible on ESPN. Yeah, Joe Burrow. It's unfortunate. Me in France. Yeah. Mitch in France. That's my new Netflix show. According to everyone thinks I'm French apparently. I don't know if that's a Canadian stereotype used against me or what it is, but I don't even speak French. Oh, the Cowboys caused a strip of Kirk Cousins. Cowboys coming alive. The Eagles are what, 3-6-1? Joe Burrow, I think's out for the season. The name of my YouTube channel is The Bottom Line View. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at the Vikings 30. Hand off to Zeke for a couple. Let's get back to that Packers game. Rodgers and Leonard jawing at each other. 2nd and 3 for the Packers. Packers are in Colts territory after the Alley Cox fumble. Pitch to Aaron Jones. Jones to the 41 of the Colts. That will be a first down, I do believe. NFC East is pathetic. Which team would you like to see come out of the NFC East? I mean, I honestly, the last team I would like to see to come out of the NFC East is the Eagles. Like, the Eagles of all of the teams deserve 0 playoffs. Just because, like, they have their quarterback. They have most of their players. They've just been disappointing. Like, they just played bad. So they should be out. While, like, the Giants are a nice story. Obviously, they lost Saquon. They fought through that. They have a new coach. Nobody gave them a chance before the season. So they're a good story. Like, Washington, Alex Smith, that's a great story. I'd love to see that. The Cowboys without Dak, I think, that would just be nice to see. Obviously, the Cowboys are just generally more exciting. As I think Zeke scored a touchdown here. Let's see. Zeke on a screen for a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers at the 38 of the Colts. Play action. Rodgers outside the pocket on the move. Throws and complete to his tight end. Tonyan, that is 3 yards. What are my thoughts on the Lions game? I didn't really watch it. I thought they would lose. They lost, so. Who's my MVP? I don't know. 2020 is the MVP. Mitch, Bucks will dominate tomorrow? No. I think the game will be close. I think their defense will dominate. I'm not sure about... I think their offense could struggle early in the game. It depends on the game plan, to be honest. I don't have a lot of faith in what I've seen from Leftwich and Arians, but they did look better last week in that regard, so maybe they get on track again. I think the key versus the Rams defense is just taking what they give you, because they are made to take away the deep areas of the field and pass rush, and they allow you to pick up short yardage. So if they just allow Brady to sling it to Godwin and Brown underneath, they could have a lot of success, but I'm not sure if I've seen them do that yet this year, so I just can't count on it. Jones on first down for 2 yards. Colts are a very good run defense. They have limited basically every running back this year to like next to nothing. I think the only game that they really had trouble was, I would say, the Browns, but that's maybe the only game I can remember where their run defense wasn't like elite. And the Packers do love to run the ball. especially to set up that deep shot play action. So we'll see how that impacts the game. Miles Sanders had quite a few yards, didn't he? I don't really think any running back was extraordinary this morning. I could be wrong. Wide open touchdown for the Packers. Robert Tonyan for like a easy walk-in touchdown. Nobody even covers him down the seam. So that's 2 plays where Rodgers early in this game has been able to strike down the middle of the field versus what looks like a cover 2 defense of the Colts. And I don't know if it was Leonard or if it was, I don't really know the safeties, but like nobody was covering the deep middle part of the field. They all bought the play action, and Rodgers was easily able to put the ball on Tonyan for the touchdown. So 6-0, now 7-0 with the extra point for the Packers, and the Packers get on the board first. I would say this is ideally not where the Colts want to be, because I think that this game would suit the Colts much better if they had a lead early in the game, because I think that plays into the way they want to play defense and offense. But we'll see if Rivers can come back and score here. Rob says the Giants are the best coach team in the NFC East. I would have to agree with that. All right. So the Colts and the Packers. I think the Colts need to get this run game going, man. I expected them to have an elite run game this year, and it just hasn't been the case. I still think people think they can run the ball, but they really haven't been successful. If there's ever a time to get your run game going, it is versus the Packers. And when you're playing Aaron Rodgers, you want to control that clock. You want to keep them on the sidelines. That's going to be key, because it does look like the Packers are going to be able to move the ball, at least early in this game. That's what they've been doing. So we'll see. See, this is the thing. This was a fascinating matchup. The reason why I wanted to stream this game is because of the difficulty that Rodgers has had with these kind of defenses over the past 2 years. When you look at the 49ers or the Chargers or the Bucks, all teams that play the similar system as well as have a good front four have been able to give issues to the Packers offense over the past couple of years. But I also want to watch it because the Colts defense hasn't really played a good passing offense all year. So it was kind of a test of both sides of the ball and who would win that matchup. As well as I think this kind of shows us, this game is going to tell us a lot about the Colts' legitimacy in the playoffs, because if the Colts are able to move the ball and play solid D, I think it just shows you that versus an elite team in the league with a good quarterback on the other side, that they can hang in there and fight with the best of them. Because I think, we'll learn about the Colts in this game, about how they may play versus a team like the Chiefs, right? I think really in the AFC, the Steelers' offense isn't very good, in my opinion. It's kind of average. They're just a really well-balanced team, and their defense makes a lot of plays. They take the football away. The really only elite offense in the AFC, despite having a lot of good teams, is the Chiefs. The Raiders might be second, to be honest with you, but the Colts are probably the second most balanced team. But as we've seen this year, it's all about offense. So can the Colts offense be consistent enough to get them where they want to go? Because this is really what they signed up for with Phillip Rivers. They brought him in on a 1-year contract because they thought that he could take them to the Super Bowl and that he was the missing piece. So that's why this game is so interesting to me. 1st and 10, Phillip Rivers hands off to Hines out of the shotgun for 2. And this is something that's bugged me about the Colts offense. They're continue to want to run the ball from shotgun when they have the tight ends, they have the offensive line to lean on a ground attack that is primarily under center. I just don't really understand why they play so much in personnel packages that don't suit their actual skill set. Like, they do run a lot of 2 tight end sets, but I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Colts fans, let me know. 2nd and 9, handoff, again out of shotgun. That's outside zone, and that goes backwards. Look like the Patriots today. -4 yards, Nyheim Hines. That is Zadarius Smith, my man Zadarius Smith, with a tackle for -4 yards. Yeah, the Steelers offense is kind of weird because when you look at them on paper, they have good talent, especially at receiver. But for whatever reason, every game you watch them, they're stagnant. They can't really run the ball very well. Their offensive line is kind of average. Ben makes a lot of mistakes. Not necessarily through his stats. Like, people are like, oh, he only has 4 picks. When you watch the game, he makes a lot of mistakes, as well as big throws too. But that's why I think a team like the Raiders, if they can just get competent defense, they're going to be in games down the stretch and into the playoffs because their offense has scored at a clip that is extremely impressive. I think they rank 3rd all time for points per drive or something right now, which is insane. I think they're only behind the 2018 Chiefs and the 2007 Patriots. I think it's not points per drive, but possessions with points, I think. A nice reverse call by Frank Reich gets the ball into Packer territory. That's the creativity you like to see in this offense. I think Phillip Rivers has been playing better as of late. He kind of struggled early in the year. But I think he's been doing enough, as well as limiting the turnovers, to allowing his team to win. I mean, when you look at this Colts offense, they don't really have a lot of playmakers at skill positions. I like their running backs. I like their offensive line. But without T.Y. Hilton being the upper echelon receiver he used to be, the receivers are just kind of average. Here's a big play to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. A walk-in touchdown. The Colts strike. That is the rookie Michael Pittman Jr. playing on my bench in fantasy with a 50-yard catch and run for a touchdown. That is what I'm talking about. Defenses suck. I don't know what that was, bro. This was a drag route. This is a drag in Madden, bro. You get a 40, 30, 20. This doesn't happen in Madden. How does that happen? How do you let... And it's not like Michael Pittman is Tyreek Hill here. He's a nice young receiver with talent, but he's not a burner. And he just ran for an... I might have been able to run for that touchdown. Nobody was even around him. Nobody even attempted to tackle him. He didn't even have to break a tackle. The Packers defense just let Phillip Rivers score an easy touchdown. And when you have an experienced quarterback like Rivers, he's going to take that all day. He's going to execute. I mean, he could do that till he's 60, to be honest with you. So, I don't know what the defense was doing there, but it looked just like the Colts defense on the Tanyan touchdown. So both teams have gotten easy scores and have moved the ball pretty well. Sports Today says, yes, Rivers is playing great. Taysom for the Saints was good today, Mitch. I'm not surprised. Taysom is a baller, man. I know people want to laugh at him and make fun of him and say he can't throw the ball, but he's probably one of the best athletes in the NFL, period. I don't care what position he plays. The fact that he's a quarterback and he can play kick returner, gunner, tight end, and running back is pretty ridiculous. And he showed you today that he can be at least a serviceable quarterback. The thing that surprised me was how much they passed the ball in the game with him. I'm surprised they didn't use more of a Lamar Jackson approach to the offense, or a more option-based offense. Maybe they'll add those layers as they continue on forward if they're going to keep him as the quarterback right now without Breeze. Because I think that would actually make them more dangerous, because Taysom Hill is extremely, extremely difficult to stop in the run game because he's fast and he's strong. But maybe they're worried about him being worn down and that would affect his passing. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm surprised how effective he was, given that he wasn't really used as a runner as much as a passer. Sports Today says, Mitch, thoughts on the Lions game? 5 to 6 sacks on Stafford. Horrible play calls. I think the biggest thing with the Lions is, one, their defense is atrocious. They allowed PJ Walker to consistently maintain possession of the ball and move the ball, and they only ever stopped them in the red zone. And number two, their running game is maybe the worst in the NFL. Like, they and the thing that bugs me is that they continue to rely on it and use it. Like, if they actually just allowed Stafford to throw every play, they would have been in the game. But their consistent want to run the ball with Adrian Peterson, especially on like outside runs where they go for negative yardage, it just sets up terrible situations on 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and it's just like a really inefficient way of playing offense. Like, at a certain point, you have to understand that you cannot run the ball and simply just abandon it and throw the ball. I understand you don't have Golladay and you don't have Amendola and you don't have Swift, but like, you have to pass it, even if that means short passing. Like, I understand that the offense is built on more of aggressive downfield passing, and that's why they give up so many sacks. But I think the reason their offense was so bad today is because, one, their run game is horrible, and number two, they don't really have a short passing game in their offense. Their scheme isn't designed to do it. So that's why they get so much pressure on Stafford. I don't necessarily think their offensive line is that bad. I mean, it plays bad because of the situation, but I don't think the talent is that bad. So incomplete to Valdez-Scantling on 1st and 10. 5:35 left in the first quarter. And both teams have had easy walk-in touchdowns thus far. Detroit needs a lot. Yeah, they need a different coach. Start with that. I don't know where they'll go. I mean, they should shop Stafford at this point, because in the offseason, if they could, I'm sure a team would trade like a 2nd rounder for him, maybe even a 1st rounder. I mean, we saw like Carson Palmer at like 32 go for a 1st rounder. So if a team's desperate enough and feels they are only a quarterback away from winning, then I do think that a team could give a late 1st or a early 2nd for him. I wouldn't be surprised by that, especially if his contract came like around, mid $20 million range. That's kind of where like a lot of these guys are getting paid. Like Rivers is being paid that, and Brady's being paid that. So actually, I checked this the other day. Aaron Rodgers is being paid only $21 million this year, which strikes me even more, as Rodgers on 3rd and 9 is sacked. That's, I think, Justin Houston, the veteran, the captain, setting up 4th down. So actual good defense there by the Colts, and a good solid 5-man or 4-man rush. So that was interesting. So Eberflus went with a 4-man rush, a stunt up front. They actually had one of their linemen drop back into coverage, and Okereke blitzed at the same time. So like a switch rush there. And that kind of caused a little confusion, just enough for Houston to get to Rodgers and force a sack and a punt. But my point is, Aaron Rodgers only paid $21 million this year, which is kind of weird, because considering the team's approach this free agency, where they did not add anything and they did not draft anything to help them this year, I understand the Packers are still good with doing what they did and drafting Love and drafting A.J. Dillon and whatever. They're still good. But imagine if they drafted Justin Jefferson. Imagine if they drafted Chase Claypool. Imagine if they drafted maybe a defensive player in the 2nd round, like a Kyle Duggar, or a linebacker. I don't know. Like, what would they be or a defensive lineman even? What would they be? They're 7-2 now. What would they be adding another top upper echelon, drafting Chase Claypool? What would they be with Chase Claypool right now? So if Rodgers making $21 million, it gives you even less of an excuse to kind of wait for the future. You know what I mean? To draft for the future, to add pieces for the future instead of right now. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't get their approach looking back at it. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you think they should have attacked more aggressively? Why has the BLV league this year been a joke? How come we only have 15 viewers right now? YouTube is screwing me over through this algorithm lately. Maybe it's because I haven't been posting as much, but like, it's weird, man. Make sure you share this video, guys. How are the other games going? What's up, Opium? All right, 3:57 left in the first quarter. 7-7, Colts and Packers. Handoff up the middle, trap run. That's 8 yards for Wilkins, I think. Let's see if the Colts can get another score here before the end of the first quarter. Frank Reich calling the plays. 3:30 remaining in the first. 14-6 Chargers, says Rob. 7-6 Vikings, says Sing. 2nd and 2. First down for the Colts into Packer territory. I'm going to check these scores. 7-7 Broncos Fins. All right, looks like pretty competitive games. Chargers. How come Flacco only has 1 completion for 0 yards and an interception? Flag on the play. After a Taylor run, we'll see what the flag is. Touchdown Chargers, 20-6. Chargers extra point pending. Damn, the Jets are bad. Damn, the Jets are bad. Oh, holding on Quentin Nelson. That's rare. So that's going to make it 2nd and 20. Holding calls are absolute killers, man. Just killers. 2:45. Second and 20. Rivers throws, and it's batted down at the line. 3rd and 20. Up and coming. Here, now the Packers defense getting help from some holding calls. Oh, damn. That happened like 10 minutes ago, though. Thanks, Fox, for that update of Leighton Vander Esch stuffing Dalvin Cook. Is it 2nd and 20 now, or they haven't changed the graphic yet? Rivers in 5 wide, bunch to his left. Screen to Hilton, and Hilton barely gets back to the line. Something I've noticed across the NFL is just the general, like, terrible nature of wide receiver screen passes. Like, I have not seen one work in such a long time. I think it's because of the speed of defenses and how defenses play nowadays. I'm not exactly sure how they diagnose the play, but the only screens that seem to work are like running back screens. I don't see a lot of wide receiver screens going for big gains the way they used to like 10, 15 years ago. Rivers throws underneath. That's Taylor to the 48-yard line of the Packers. That's going to make it 4th and long still. So on 3rd down, the Packers hold. and likely a punt upcoming here to try to get some field position advantage. If you're the Colts, try to pin Aaron Rodgers deep. It is 4th and 11. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Sanchez to punt. Sanchez boots it. And that ball bounces and goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So Rodgers will start at his own 10. See if the offense here for the Packers can get back on track. Two of the older quarterbacks in the game, Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers. Both at this point probably past their prime. But both are on their way to the playoffs, looks like. And they're showing a graphic right now on Fox. Like, all of the older quarterbacks are actually on good teams. Brady, 7-3. Rodgers, 7-2. Rivers, 6-3. Ben's undefeated. The only one really, I don't know if you would consider Ryan old at this point. Maybe. 1st and 10. Aaron Jones with his big gain. That's 15 yards to the 25-yard line. Getting the Packers into better field position here. That's a nice block on the outside. Do I have anything signed? Behind me, I have a Ty Law. I have a few jerseys that are signed. I also have this football. This football right here. The Wolverine. Signed. 1st and 10. Handoff to Jones again. Jones to the 30-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. It's going to be holding. So another holding call. Hurting these offenses with the holding calls. Did you guys get the notification for this video? First and 20. Maybe the last play of the first quarter, 7-7. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers going deep. Rodgers throws. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Indianapolis Colts. And Aaron Rodgers making a crucial mistake in his own territory to set up Phillip Rivers in great field position here. So Scantling gets burnt like toast burns this corner off the line, but a bait and a half by the corner of the Colts. I don't know if this was a really bad throw or like just a really good bait, maybe a combination of both, but a huge bad decision for Aaron Rodgers. You didn't get the notification? I don't know what's going on, man, dude. YouTube sucks. I don't know what to say. Yeah, YouTube, I'm talking to you. I know you can hear me right now. So that's it. Rodgers' 4th pick on the season. Big play by the Colts. But the Packers defense responds by holding that screen the last play of the first quarter to no gain. Falcons Discord, that thing exists. I'm going to try to post I'm going to try and post on the community tab to see if anybody will get the notification for that. I don't know, man, like, or just see it in general. Like, I hate notifications. Guys, that's why you got to have the notification bell on. Because when I do go live, I want this chat to be lit. I don't want it to suck. Broncos are winning. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? I think the thing that really was weird about this game, the Broncos and the Dolphins, was the fact the line was so low. Considering the Dolphins are like a way better team on paper, they have a way better record and all that. It doesn't really make sense that the line was only like 3 or 3.5. So it was like a fishy line. It was like one of those fishy Vegas lines where you're like, what does Vegas know about this game that I don't? You know what I mean? Okay, I'm just going to post this. I need to focus on my typing here, guys. I know Jerkant's upset. Everyone was on my case today. I don't know why. Yeah, my team lost, like whatever. It's not like that's shocking but like just cuz I said they had a chance at 4-5, which is factually correct. They would have to basically at this point win every game for the rest of the season, which isn't going to happen. Now, luckily, they don't play a quarterback like Deshaun Watson for the rest of the season. I know they play Kyler, but the Texans just generally are a better passing team. But they would have to win every game for the rest of the season, and that's not going to happen the way their defense is playing right now. So, I mean, hey, I'm not even disappointed. I'm not even upset with the Patriots losing because, like, it's whatever at this point. I want them to win. I'm going to cheer for them to win, but it's not a big deal. It's not like I expect them to win every game the way I did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, basically for the entire existence of my fandom. So when the Patriots used to lose, it was like a big deal. But over like the past, probably I would say 16 months of being a Patriots fan, it's been kind of like every game is up in the air, to be honest. Like since they lost to the Ravens last year, they've been like a below 500 team. So it's honestly not surprising. 3rd and 7. Rivers in the shotgun. Packers territory after a Rodgers pick. Rivers is Rivers is elusive, man. He escaped a sack. I haven't seen that many times recently from him. He just absolutely made Rashawn Gary look like a fool. He looked like he was going to take off and run, and then he threw it out of bounds. Okay, I posted a poll on my community tab asking if you guys want me to stream on Monday. Hopefully you guys all pick no because it's bad luck. That's one of the options. Oh! The field goal bounced off the uprights. Right down the middle. Damn, man. Damn. Guys with the under are celebrating that missed field goal. Yeah, Patriots look like they're in spoiler territory. The weird thing about them is they're basically every game is close, and they're playing every team on their schedule. They're playing to the level of their opponent in every game. So if it's the Chiefs, they play to the level of the Chiefs. You know, if it's the Seahawks, they play to the level of the Seahawks. But if it's the Broncos, they play the level of the Broncos. Like, it does not matter who they're playing. The Jets, like, they just play to the level of their opponent every week, and that's what's annoying. And there's no consistency. Rodgers on play action finds his man Devontae Adams to the 45, broken tackle to the 40. There's Adams. They got to get Adams going. I know he has 1 catch, now 2 catches here, but he's crucial. Oh my God, he burnt that guy off the line. It was zone coverage, but It's been said many times that Adams has the best releases in the game, and that's what makes him so difficult to stop. It's not really like he's the most explosive receiver, fastest receiver, quickest receiver, but he has great chemistry with Rodgers. He's got great hands, good body control, and is dirty on those routes. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Rodgers looking to get rid of it quickly. Throws to the flats to Aaron Jones. Jones looking to make a guy miss. Does not. Gets 4 yards on 1st down. That's something with Rodgers that I've noticed this year as opposed to last year is he's just getting the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. It's allowing for better efficiency from him. I don't know necessarily that his skills this year have been sharper, like he's been more accurate, whatever. I don't really know if that's the case. I just feel like he's made better decisions. He's getting rid of the ball better. He's not holding onto the ball as much. And I think they've done a good job of designing those plays in the offense. That's overall helped him kind of regain his form. 2nd and 5. Handoff to Jones. And Jones powers his way to being close to a 1st down. Had 4, maybe 5 yards on that pickup. Second, we'll see what it is. 12:20 left in the 2nd quarter. Fact or fiction, Jalen Hurts starts against Seattle. Well, AC tweeted me and he said, if Hurts doesn't start, Doug Peterson, shake my head. Carson Wentz must have some dirt on him. So I'm going to say they need to start him soon. They need to consider it. Clock says Bucks are good except against the Saints. OPM says Rams are winning. Winrus says cheer for the Bucks without streaming live. I mean, I cheer for the Bucks every week, no matter if I'm live or not. On 3rd down, they give the Packers the 1st down. It looked like there was a push from the Colts, but Jamal Williams was able to muster up enough strength to get the 1st down. Tampa can't believe that the Ravens lost the Titans. I can. I mean, we saw that in the playoffs. If we saw it in the playoffs, how could we not see it now? Tampa says, I hope I'm dead wrong, but I won't be shocked if we lose considering that Marpet won't be on the field. I don't know who's going to contain Aaron Donald successfully. The offensive line was a lot better last week when they put Shipley at center and they had Jensen at guard. So hopefully that helps as opposed to what they did versus the Saints where they had Joe Haeg in the game. So hopefully that's better for Brady's protection. But yeah, you could be right. I mean, if the Rams do win, it's because that defensive line disrupts Brady. That's really the reason. But I think this is the thing that I don't think a lot of NFL fans understand. You can operate an offense without your offensive line being spectacular. It's more about play design and getting the ball out of your hands. And that's been the problem with the Bucs, more so than the offensive line play. The problem with the Bucs offense when they played poorly has been that all of their plays are designed to go down the field. And when your offensive line isn't playing well and getting basically beaten consistently, like it was versus the Bears and the Saints, then your offense is going to not play well. But if you're getting rid of the ball quickly, it doesn't matter if you have Lawrence Taylor on the other team, Aaron Donald on the other team. It doesn't matter because they can't get to the quarterback. So, like, if the Bucs adjust what they've been doing versus these teams with good defensive lines, that would be the way to go. It's hard to predict how the game is going to go because of that. Because you're wanting a coaching staff to change the way they play, which is not always the case, especially with not great coaches. Like, great coaches will adjust the way they play versus certain opponents, but average coaches or bad coaches will not. So that's the thing. 1st and 5. We'll see what Arians is. Is he a great coach? Is he a good coach? Is he a bad coach? Is he an average coach? Screen, 20-yard line, 15-yard line, 10-yard line, 5-yard line, jumping, hurdling it out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That is Mr. St. Brown. 1st and goal for the Packers after a quick bubble screen out to the outside. They had numbers on the left. The Colts weren't able to get guys out there to tackle them. And that allowed St. Brown to pick up big yards, stiff-arming Xavier Rhodes while he was getting blocked and almost hurdling the Colts defense into the end zone. First and goal at the 2-yard line. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers. Handoff to Jones. Jones up the gut into the end zone. And a fumble into the end zone and picked up by number 74. But I do believe they ruled it a touchdown already. So that's going to be an Aaron Jones Lambeau leap in Indianapolis. I think those are the injured players on the Packers who just greeted him in the end zone. So nice by Aaron Jones. They're all wearing their masks, by the way. I think that's who those guys are, but I'm not exactly sure. Aaron Jones touchdown, baby. So the Packers, and Jones just ran his man into the end zone. He bullied his way into the end zone. 13-7, extra point coming from Crosby here. Yo, what's up, Connor? The extra point is good. 14-7. Joe Burrow is out for the season. Tampa says Ramsey will probably guard Evans or Gronk. Probably Evans. Not Gronk. I mean, Gronk, if this was 2017, Gronk, sure. Opium says, which receiver do you want Ramsey to lock up? I don't want him to lock up anybody. I think his best matchup for him is Mike Evans. We've seen him get absolutely torched by Antonio Brown in the past. Not saying that Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown the way he used to be, but he's still good. That's just not a good matchup for Ramsey. He generally struggles with quicker receivers. So it wouldn't make sense for him to match up with him. It would make more sense if Williams matched up with Brown. Probably Hill matches up with... But then again, like, Hill's an outside corner. So maybe Williams matches up with Godwin and Hill is on Brown. In that case, I do think it's going to be Godwin and Brown that see most of the targets, because I think Evans is going to be covered by Ramsey. Maybe we'll see Ramsey cover Godwin occasionally as well. That's the thing. Like, for me, for fantasy, it's hard to predict for the Bucs which receiver is going to be great this week because of Ramsey. Because wherever Ramsey is on a given play is going to dictate where Brady goes with the ball. Because Brady is not going to test Ramsey because he knows better than that. He's going to go elsewhere. It's not like he only has one good receiver. He has 3, he has 4, he has 5. So he could go elsewhere with the ball, which is what makes the Bucs so difficult to defend as long as they get time for their quarterback. Tampa says, I wish we had Marlon Humphrey. We need to beef up our secondary, mainly our corners. Carlton Davis is only the solid lockdown corner I trust. Jamel Dean, Sean Murphy, Bunting, not so much. I think the Tampa corners are good. I just don't think sometimes they play the right defenses that suit their skills. Like, I think they would be a lot better if they played more man. But sometimes, in games like versus the Saints, played a lot of zone. And that's not really on the corners. They're young, they're aggressive, they're physical corners. And when you play a lot of soft zone, it doesn't play into the way that they should be utilized, in my opinion. I'm not saying the Bucs corners are great. I think they're good. I think they're solid. I think they're better than much of the league, probably like 3/4. But it's not the strength of their defense. They certainly, every team could certainly use another cornerback. I think corner is a position that the more you have, the better. Like, it's a position where you need a lot of good players because a lot of teams have a lot of good receivers. So if you had another good corner, then yeah, it would help. I think Carlton Davis is really good. Like, I've only seen him have one bad game. I would say that was versus Allen Robinson. But other than that, he's been really good. Dean has struggled at times, but has also been spectacular at other times. And Bunting has been generally solid as a nickel corner. He hasn't really shown up a lot, which is a good thing for a corner. Like, he hasn't really made a lot of mistakes. So, 1st and 10 for Phillip Rivers. Throw over the middle, and it's picked off. You got to wonder if that was tipped. To the 30, to the 25. Nope, not to the 25. Packers will get the ball at the 29-yard line of the Colts. Some wacky plays in this game. Wacky plays. 9:41 left in the second. 14-7 Packers, and another interception. So this ball was batted at the line, as I suspected, by Wynn, I believe. Is that Wynn? The Packers' big, fat defensive lineman, and picked off by Christian Kirksey. Tip just enough. It was going to Trey Burton, but because of the tip, it changes the trajectory of the ball, flies over Burton's head, and lands right into the arms. Like Kirksey was the receiver. James says the new phone can record up to 4K 60. Wow. Dolby Vision, bro. Look at this guy. He's got all the tools. James is the next director in Hollywood. He's up and coming. He's going to use his phone to go to the top. Singh says, Mitch, what do you think is going to be the final score on Sunday Night Football? I'm going to say 31-24 Chiefs. Maybe like 34. Tampa says, I meant to say that Antoine Winfield is going to have to tackle Tyreek Hill hard like Cam Chancellor used to. What do you mean? 2nd and 2. Hand off to Williams for a first down to the Colts 18-yard line. Packers up 14-7 in prime position thanks to another pick to go up double digits in this game. That would put the Colts into a tough spot. They need to hit like the Legion of Boom. That's not exactly easy to do. Let's just say that. I'm playing a guy that had Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown got 0 points. 1st and 10, play action to Aaron Rodgers and throws complete. That is Sternberger, the second-year tight end. 1st and goal, Green Bay Packers. A classic little flat throw off the play action boot. That is classic Shanahan offense there. 3-4 yard line. So 1st and goal, 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. I suspect an Aaron Jones run here. Possibly a screen to Adams, something to that. They love going to that. We'll see what they do. So there it is. Screen to Adams, touchdown. I've seen that play at least 8 times this year. That's why I called it. See, this is the thing. That play is so good that I knew it was coming, and the Colts still couldn't stop it. I suspect that the Colts knew it was coming if I knew it was coming, but I don't know. Here's the thing. Adams is really good on those plays. Like, he always seems to find the little crack like a running back to be able to get into that end zone. It's not like the Colts didn't have enough people on that side to be able to take down Adams for no gain, but they just weren't able to. Good blocking by the Packers receivers out in front. That makes it 21-7 Packers. Would you be surprised if the Raiders swept the Chiefs? Yes. I wasn't surprised they beat them once, but to beat them twice is something entirely different. So, there can't. Marquise Brown sucks. Classic. 21-7. Are you guys surprised by this result right now, or you expected it, or what? What are the Jets doing? The worst signing in NFL history, Rivers turnover machine. I mean, that last play wasn't really Rivers' fault. It's tipped up in the air, to be fair. What was the first interception again? I can't remember. Why can't I remember? Or was it a fumble? Yeah, but that second one wasn't his fault. Tampa says, hey, give Hollywood Brown about 5 more years and he'll be just as good as his cousin, if not better. I don't know about that. So he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Chad says, can you believe they blacked out the Packers and Colts game for the Vikings and Cowboys? Yes, Chad, I can. Because it's the Cowboys. By the way, the Cowboys just scored a touchdown. Didn't they? CD Lamb. Damn. Cowboys are up 12-7 over the Vikings. Cowboys, if they were to win this game, I think would only be like a half a game back of the Eagles. Right? Because the Eagles would be 3-6-1. The Cowboys would be 3-7. So the Cowboys would be in it if they win this game. Yeah, I agree with that. That's the thing, man, with the NFL. Like, you could think a game's going to go a certain way, but hey, a tipped interception, a sacked fumble, a fumble and a kick return, like stupid things happen that result in changing the game entirely. It takes the game from going from playing on a spreadsheet to real life. Packers at the Colts. 7:48 left in the first half. 1st and 10. Colts have the ball at their own 25-yard line. 3 receivers to the right of Rivers. Back to the left. Handoff to the 29-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain. And Fox is showing the Andy Dalton beauty to CD Lamb. I wonder what the score would be in that game if it was Ben DiNucci playing. What do you guys think the score would be playing? Would be. Yes, Chad, I'm not joking. I honestly think because it's the Cowboys. Even though that's weird because this is America's game of the week. So, Chad, I don't know if that's because of the specific area you're in or whatever, but this is supposedly the America's game of the week. So I don't really know. Isn't that usually like a national broadcast? First down for Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield from Phillip Rivers. So Colts really need some points here on this drive, I would say, because Rodgers is feeling it, and you don't want to get down too big at halftime. Trips to the left. 6:30 left. Handoff. 3 yards on the carry. That is Taylor again. Trying to get that run game going, but not much from it so far. The Raiders beat the Chiefs tonight. Do you think they can pull it off a third time? No. You really think that any team in the NFL could beat the Chiefs 3 times in one season? I mean, maybe twice, maybe once. 3 times? And this is the Raiders we're talking about. This is not like the Patriots 2 years ago who won the Super Bowl. They beat them twice. This is a Super Bowl champion Chiefs. I don't think any team in this NFL can beat the Chiefs 3 times in one season. Maybe once, maybe twice. 3 times? The Raiders? Come on, man. Maybe, they beat them once. They beat them twice. That would be extremely impressive. But 3 times? I don't know. 3rd and 2. Brissett's in the game. Handoff. They tried to sell the read option with Brissett on 3rd and 2. 1st down for the Colts. Rivers is back on the field now after that quick handoff by Jacoby. Broncos and Dolphins are tied at 10-all. How do you feel about that, Durkant? If they had DiNucci, they'd be up by 300. I will say this. DiNucci was not good, but he had more swag when he threw the ball than like 3/4 of quarterbacks. The guy looked like Mahomes mixed with Stafford mixed with Rodgers when he threw it. Like everything was like a sidearm, like sexy throw, and it was like a 2-yard screen. He would like flick it. Like Broncos are up 13-10. Wow. What's going on in the game? Yes, St. Brown has more points than Marquise. I have the same amount of points as Marquise Brown this week. 3rd and 8. Denver just scored 13-10. Why'd you bring up Luck? Bro, this guy commented on my post saying, why did you bring up Luck? I didn't bring up Luck. 40 to the 35 to the 34 on 3rd down. Colts. Huge play by Party's boy Pascal. Step up and dart by Phillip Rivers. Give Phillip Rivers some credit. He delivers that deep in route on the money, stepping up, under pressure, looking like 2009 Phillip Rivers. Rivers goes deep. It's caught, but out of bounds by T.Y. Hilton. Woof. Hilton almost had Alexander on that one. 2:39 left in the first half. Oh, yeah, the ball is just out of bounds. No way for Hilton to stay in bounds there. It's close. It's close. It's a nice catch. Offensive line's been bullied, Durkant. That sounds like what happened in New England when they played the Broncos. 2:39 left in the first half, and that's crazy the Broncos can do that without all the good players they don't have. Drag, wide open again to Michael Pittman. 20 to 6 to the 16-yard line of the Packers. That's the second wide open drag route for Pittman. Joshua's going to be 7-4 in fantasy. Is that improvement? Or Cobra King says, do you think the Pats have any playoff hopes? They'd have to win the rest of the games that they play. So probably not. I think, right? Well, I guess they could lose one, but they would be hoping to go 9-7. Now, like I said, Watson is the best passer they play for the rest of the season. So that's a good thing. But if their defense does not get better, they have legitimately zero chance. If I had to predict right now, I would say, yeah, they're not going to make it. They'll probably end up like 8-8. But they'll be fun to watch. Hopefully they can pull off an upset. Their offense has actually gotten a lot better, which has made their games more exciting and fun to watch. But their defense is literally the worst defense in the league, according to DVOA. They can't tackle. They don't have a pass rush. Their run defense got better, but they sacrificed their pass defense, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. That's the thing. Like, they came into this season. If they were going to be successful, they needed to play through their defense. And their defense has been their worst part of their team over the last, 4 or 5 weeks. What's up, John? How you feeling about those Hawks after Thursday? How's your fantasy team doing, by the way? Mine's doing pretty good. Rodgers is helping me. Do you think they'll beat Kyler Murray? I'll say they have a chance. I think the Cardinals are one of those teams that can beat anybody, but they could also lose to anybody. So, like, it will be close. I know that. I don't know if they'll win, but it will be close. Because Kyler is, like, an incredible runner, but he's not the passer Watson is. He doesn't have the receivers Watson has. So, it will be close. I will say this. I wish the Patriots still had Brandon Cooks, but they don't. So, it's unfortunate. Party's top performer in BLV is Rager with 9 points. Party is a cheater and he's still losing. I mean, Rob, I'd probably prefer 7-9 over 8-8 if they miss the playoffs, because that would just make them have a better pick, and hopefully they can grab a receiver in the draft or a pass rusher or something. They really need to kind of rebuild that defensive line. Hot Take says, good man, the fantasy is okay. Sucks I forgot to switch the Browns defense after the waiver pickup. Hoping Kelsey and the Chiefs defense will do well. Hopefully. Who are you playing this week? That kind of sucks, though, that you forgot to put the Browns in. Cardinals never win on the Eastern time zone. Joshua says no chance the Pats beat the Cardinals. I mean, okay. Cardinals really aren't that good, but how do I feel about the Patriots losing? Don't really care. Everyone made fun of me after it. That's kind of where I was like, I don't know. It was kind of like annoying for people to bug me, but I knew it was gonna come. But it's like taking my words out of context when I was talking about them. But I mean, yeah, it sucks. Obviously, I wanted them to win, but I knew that the loss was a possibility. I thought they would win. I thought the defense would play a little bit better than they did. The offense played about as well as I thought they would play. It was just in a kind of a different way. They had a chance to win. They just didn't win. 2nd and 9. Touchdown Colts! Trey Burton. Another touchdown by a tight end running right down the seam. Trey Burton. That's Frank Reich's boy from Philadelphia with 6. Phillip Rivers on the money in this game, man. On the money. Is Aaron Rodgers growing out his hair? He's got a little flow going on. Trey Burton. Oh my gosh. They covered Trey Burton with Preston Smith. No wonder that's a touchdown. I mean, that's just terrible defense. How do you allow a defensive end to cover Trey Burton? Trey Burton's a legitimate athlete. He's not just a bum. Like, I understand he's not like the best tight end in football, but how do you cover a decently fast tight end with a defensive end? That is just terrible defense. Again, terrible defense resulting in easy offense. Thoughts on Pittsburgh making the Super Bowl, maybe? Yeah, I think they can make the Super Bowl. I'm not as impressed with them as some people are. Like, I get it. They're undefeated. It's amazing, whatever. Like, I won't really know how good they are truly until they play the Chiefs. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, like, because they don't play them. But, like, I really don't know They didn't score a point in the first quarter, and then all of a sudden they blew them out, and that's mostly because the other team gave them the ball. I think they're a good team. Do I think they're like a historic team? Do they feel like a true Super Bowl team to me? Not really. Like every time I watch them, there's just something off about them, even though they win every game that they've played. It's just not convincing. It's one of those teams. So while I do think they're one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league, it wouldn't shock me if they lost the first game they played in the playoffs, and it wouldn't shock me if they won the Super Bowl. That's kind of how I feel about them. Like, I think they have every outcome available to them because of the way they play every given week. They make things close when they shouldn't be, in my opinion. So, yeah, Steelers, you should be happy. They're undefeated. They're the best team in the AFC right now via record, and they're on pace to get the bye. It really comes down to how they perform come playoff time, really. I mean, like, we saw the Ravens last year. They look like the undisputed best team in the league. First game they play off the bye, they lose. And I don't think the Steelers are not, that couldn't happen to them. I mean, I think the same thing could happen if they don't come out and play well. They're not like one of these amazing, incredibly talented teams where they could just, play half-ass and win. Those are very rare, but we've seen those teams before. I don't think there is a team like that this year where it's like they're destined to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to be in the Super Bowl. They're going to win the Super Bowl. Like, there's been moments as a Patriots fan where I've been like, in certain seasons, I've been like, this team's going to win the Super Bowl. Like, they're destined to go to the Super Bowl. Like 2014, 2016 were two examples of, I was like, this team's going to win the Super Bowl. Like, even at 28-3, I was like, I'm not counting this team out to win the Super Bowl just because, like, it's felt all year this is the best team in the league. Now, they're not my team, so maybe it's different, but the Steelers don't feel like one of those teams. They feel like a really good team that can win the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't necessarily say that, like, they will. Like, I feel like they're destined to win. So that's kind of my thoughts on the Steelers. Really good team. I'm just not, like, 100% sold on them. Thoughts on Tampa Bay versus the Rams tomorrow? Should be a really good game. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I think the Bucs defense is going to show out. This would be a true statement game for either team. Because the Rams, I think people are still questioning that they haven't really played anyone good outside of their own division. And for the Bucs, they have consistently not shown up on primetime, which has allowed the doubt to seep into the minds of fans across the league. So if the Bucs do not come out and win this game convincingly, people continue to question them. With the Rams, I think this would truly say, whoa, they can be like the best team in the NFC. Because I think the Rams are that team that in the NFC, they are the team outside of the Saints and the Bucs that I think most people are sleeping on that could go to the Super Bowl because they have a very good defense that is at least consistent, but they have great coaching first and foremost, and they can move the ball. They're not a great offense, but they can move the ball, running and passing. So I think the game's going to be entertaining, though. I'm picking the Bucs to win. I think the Bucs are the superior team. I think the Bucs have better talent. They have the better quarterback. They have the better, I would say, just overall weaponry. But, yeah, and it's in Tampa, too, so that helps. They need this win, in my opinion. I think if the Bucs lose this game, that would create serious doubt for me in terms of if they can do anything in the playoffs, because now they lose to the Saints twice, they lose to the Rams. They did beat the Packers, but, like, I don't know. They need to start, the way they're built and as much talent as they have, there's almost no excuse for them to not be in the NFC Championship game. They are the most talented team in the NFL. And it's not even close, like, honestly. So they have no excuses. That includes Brady, that includes the coaching staff. That includes Mike Evans and Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin, all these guys. They have no excuses. They should be beating these teams convincingly. They have that much talent. So we'll see if they can do that on Monday. But we haven't really seen that they can outside of the Packers game. They did convincingly beat the Raiders and some other decent teams, but I wouldn't put the Raiders in the Rams or Packer category. So we'll see. But I think they should be there. They should be there. 21-14, change the score. Seahawks just, here's the thing. Seahawks defense is just too bad. Like, it's not just that it's bad, it's atrocious. Like, it is unbelievably horrible to the point where when they play Tampa or New Orleans, even the Rams, you can't win with that bad of a defense. So, like, Seattle could win one game, maybe upset one team. But past that point, I don't think they can go anywhere because their defense is just so terrible. I don't think your defense needs to be that good. It's just got to be competent. And that's the problem with the Seahawks. They played better, but they need to continue to play better. Carlos Dunlap has played really well for them. 1st and 10 for Rodgers. Throw out wide. That's Devontae Adams in the slot, covered by Darius Leonard. That's a mismatch. 5 yards. 2nd and 5 upcoming. 1:48 left in the first half. Matt LaFleur is wiping the sleep out of his eye. Honestly, though, Leonardo, I disagree. I think they need to be more of a pass-heavy team, but I think they need to change the way they pass the ball. I think, and this is critiquing a team that scored 43 points and had 500 yards last week, but I think they need to be more of a pass-first team with less running, but the passing needs to be more complementary to Tom Brady. And just short passing in general, because it's more efficient. I still think they can implement the run with the deep plays into their offense, but I think they would be legitimately unstoppable if they just implemented an offense that focused more on early downs and getting the ball out of Brady's hands quicker. Because they have too many good players on their offense. You look at this offense. On paper, it has so much potential, and it's shown it in games how good they can be, but it hasn't been consistent, which has been the problem. So 1st and 10, 50 seconds left in the first half. Packers have a first down at the 36-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, back to the left of Rodgers. 1 timeout. Rodgers escaping pressure, throws, incomplete, threw it at the dirt. So 36 seconds. And this is good quarterback play by Rodgers just to get rid of the ball. Not looking for a short completion because that doesn't really do you any good. They're showing this Colts touchdown. They ran legitimately 5 vertical routes. And Rivers just picked one of them and threw it up. And Burton beat his guy. Michael says, how about them Steelers 10-0? Congratulations, sir. Depressed Steelers fan says 2nd and 10, Rodgers scrambling to the 40, and he gets tripped up at the 45-yard line. I think Rodgers of like 5 years ago would have ran for 15 yards there, but he got tripped up by DeForest Buckner. Depressed Steelers fan says Seattle doesn't have a defense to compete. I don't care if they have Russell or not. Look what a bad O-line can do to you, and you all seen what happened to Burrow. Unbelievable. Okay, I don't know if you're trying to say that Wilson will get hurt. Hopefully you're not saying that, but yeah, the offensive line is not great either. I will say a lot of Wilson's sacks are on Wilson. He holds on to the ball too long. I think anybody would be sacked if he could hold on to the ball that long. But that comes with his greatness, right? That is his flaw. Like, his flaw is also his strength. So you got to live with it. 27 seconds left in the first half. 3rd and 1. 0 timeouts remaining. So they got to get about 25, 30 yards here. 25 yards and get out of bounds. Comes down to this play, though, on 3rd and 1. Rodgers got time. Going deep. He's launching it. 1-on-1 down the field. Scantling. And it is incomplete. There was hand fighting all throughout the route. This is a flag. A flag. Pass interference. Wow. You have to wonder, what is this defensive play call? You're allowing, with 26 seconds left in a half, 1-on-1 versus their best deep receiver with 0 safeties over the top. Okay? What defense is it? Again, bad defense. I get it. Rock Ya-Sin's your best cover corner on the outside, but you can't allow an easy pass interference. How many times have we seen this in the NFL? Just play 2 deep man underneath. You're not going to give up that play. Instead, the Colts give up a giant pass interference call. That was a little iffy, but I saw the hand fighting all throughout the route. And now Rodgers is set up at the 4-yard line with 20 seconds left, and the time doesn't really matter here. Now, it matters a little bit. You just can't get a completion in bounds. And what happens is Rodgers completes a touchdown to Jamal Williams. So now an easy end of the half score for the Packers thanks to a PI call at 45, 50 yards downfield. 27-14 Packers going into halftime. It's going to be 28 now. So huge call, huge flag on the Colts, resulting in 6. Good decision by Rodgers to throw that deep, to try for the deep completion. He recognized it was 1-on-1. So it wasn't like he was throwing into double coverage. And he gave his receiver a shot. Ultimately, it was a PI. I just don't get what the Colts defense was doing. Again, like, with 20 seconds left, the other team has 0 timeouts. Why are you playing 1-on-1 with their fastest receiver? I don't get it. I don't know. This is just, again, bad defense, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys see it. All right. So 28-14, like 10 seconds left in the half. I suspect that'll be 28-14 going into half, but who knows? Speaking of offensive lines, do you think Patrick Mahomes losing his right tackle, Mitchell Schwartz, with a back injury is going to affect him? Yeah, of course. Mitchell Schwartz is very good. Of course it will. Leonardo says, do you just call Rock Ya-Sin better than Xavier Rhodes? In terms of man-to-man coverage, I think Rock Ya-Sin's their best corner, yeah. I mean, Rhodes has been good this year, don't get me wrong. But I think when it comes to, like, straight-up man, from what I've seen, he's their best cover corner. Yeah. I think their best corner is Moore, their nickel corner, but I don't think in terms of, like, deep down the field. This is a classic Rodgers game. I mean, he does have the pick, but 13 for 16, 3 touchdowns. It's classic Rodgers. And not a lot of yards. I mean, like, it's a decent amount of yards, 160. But usually guys that throw 3 touchdowns have, like, 250 yards, like Watson had at half. That's just, like, classic Rodgers. 28-14, 7-2 Packers up on the 6-3 Colts by double digit in this game. A lot of turnovers. Some interesting decisions by the referees. Overall, interesting game. Pretty fun game to watch. Definitely hitting the over right now. But Rodgers is feasting. 3 touchdowns. 1 was handed to him. Aaron Jones. Another was handed to Aaron Jones. So if you have Packers players in fantasy, you're enjoying your day so far. Joshua says, "The Packers." Damn, Dallas Goedert had 18 points. He did ball, eh? Justin Jefferson. What's he doing? Touchdown Jets. Who scored? Jets, Jets, baby. How's that Dolphins game going? I'm going to check this out. 13-10 Broncos, 8:45 left in the third quarter. 6-3 Miami, 3-6 Denver. Tua under pressure. Tua sacked on 2nd and 10. Wow. Offensive line is getting bullied. Durkant's right. What's going on, man? Imagine if the Broncos actually had their real defense. Like, this would be a good defense if they had, like, their real defense. They don't have 2 perennial all-pro, Pro Bowl players on their defense. Bigger concern for them, though, is a quarterback. I don't know if Locke is the guy. 3rd and 15 for Tua. 3-man rush. Throws complete, but far from the sticks. 16-yard line. Lard. Is it Laird? Lard? I don't know. 4th down. Durkant says he wants to die. Perryman scored the touchdown. Why couldn't it be Crowder? Why couldn't it be Crowder? Punt is away. Broncos will get the ball. Damn, nice punt. Broncos will get the ball at the 30. There's a flag on the play. Miami's special teams is really good. I would argue their special teams is the best unit on their team. I think it's better than their defense and their offense. What do you think about that, Durkant? Do you think the Jets will win a game this season? Yes. Jets will win a game. I think they're actually gonna beat the Jags. That's who they'll beat. I think they play the Jags. That's who they'll beat. Jets are lucky the NFL doesn't have a regulation. A lot of teams are lucky. Half the league is lucky. I would relegate the 10 teams in the league, bro. 16-7 Cowboys. At least that means the Vikings have to pass in the second half. Chargers are up 24-13. Herbert has 277 yards and 2 touchdowns. Keenan Allen has 10 catches for 108 yards. Holy crap. They don't play the Jags? I thought they did. You sure? I don't know. I think they're still going to beat someone. I don't know who it is. They're going to shock the world. Shock the world, baby. 2nd-and-1 for the Chargers. The 39-yard line. Handoff and stuffed. Stuffed by Fatuski. I don't know how to say his name. Fatuski. I don't know. Anyone know how to say his name? Durkant says, if the Ravens miss the playoffs, they're genuinely the biggest disappointment in NFL history. 100% serious. No, they're not. But they are definitely a huge disappointment. I don't know if I'm willing to say they're the biggest disappointment in NFL history. Maybe to Colin Cowherd because he had them going 16-0. But not to me. Because like you clearly saw the signs of regression. So like when you clearly see signs of regression, just like San Francisco, they're not one of the biggest disappointments of all, or the biggest disappointment of all time. There's been a lot of good teams that have fallen on their face the next season. So, I don't know. Second and 6. Handoff. 50 to the 45-yard line. The Chargers. 24-13. Dominant over the best team in football, the Jets. Oh, Dolphins Broncos is on. Yeah, they'd definitely be the most disappointing team this year. I don't know about of all time though. That's a little bit much in my opinion. There are teams that have been very, very highly hyped and have not delivered. 3rd and 2. For the Broncos. Locke throws a dot to the 40-yard line. That is the Speedy Hamler. Well, Ultra, that's what happens when everyone just picks the exact results of last year and just thinks that's going to happen 2 years in a row. That is not the case. KJ Hamler, man, he just looks fast. 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the 43-yard line. Handoff Gordon. Gordon to the 50. Gordon inside Miami territory. Thanks, Ultra. I mean, here's the thing. San Francisco is only not relevant because of all of their injuries. If San Francisco was healthy, that team would still be good. So, in a way, yeah, it was a good prediction, but like at the same time, it wasn't. Because I do genuinely feel the 49ers, if they were healthy, which I understand is a big thing, they would still be a very good team. So, and that's what gives me confidence to say they're going to be good next year. Because injury luck usually tends to not repeat itself year after year. Usually that's just kind of a lucky thing. Same as close game losses, fumble luck, that sort of stuff that changes from year to year. 49ers should be a legitimate contender next year. I'm not shocked based on their injuries. Yeah, I would be shocked if the 49ers were horrible with no injuries. Or at least no important injuries. Like a lot of teams have injuries, but they're not really important. What's going on in this Finns game? Oh. All right. Let's get to that Packers game. Where is this Packers game? Should almost be back on. What's up, Liam? What do I think of the XFL? I think I watched like maybe one game. How do I feel about who to the Pats? Murder says, remember when the Dolphins had a run D? When was that? 2008? Singh says, Mitch, have you watched Hulu Live Sports with Baker and Saquon ad? I don't know if I have. I've seen a lot of Baker ads, but I'm not sure if I've seen the Baker and Saquon ad. Oh, Durkant with his FSU. American Music Awards tonight. Anyone watching that? Award shows suck nowadays, in my opinion. Do you think? I think it's because, like, I don't know, like social media kind of ruined it. With social media now, like, the artists don't really need the award shows to, like, allow them to be in the spotlight. Seahawks and Lions fan says, do you think that Lamar will win a playoff game? This year, it doesn't look like it. They need to seriously change some things. T-Bone says there's no way you haven't seen the ad. I get it at least 3 times every game. I'm also in Canada, so it could change depending on that. I don't see Saquon in the ad. I've seen a lot of Baker ads, but I don't know if Saquon's in it. Carrie says, go Hawks. Am I right? I don't know. Third quarter. I guarantee the Pats trade up in the draft to take Kyle Pitts. Okay. Someone screenshot that. Rob says, I really have watched college this year with all the players getting COVID. The college football playoff is in danger of being postponed and canceled. Who do you think would win it all, Rob? Damn, Liam's doing terrible in fantasy. Is Wilson going to win the Super Bowl? He already has a Super Bowl. This year, though, I'm going to say nah. Nah. Has a chance, but nah. 28-14, the start of the third quarter. 25-yard line, Colts. Hand it off to Taylor to the 30. 2nd and 5. It's my favorite hockey team. Penguins and the Canucks. Both. Bing says, I thought the Canadians watched the CFL. No. Nah. 2nd and 5. Well, some do. That's a lie. I don't. 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line. I used to as a kid, but I don't anymore. Up the middle to the 39-yard line is Jonathan Taylor. Steelers versus Buccaneers Super Bowl, says Tampa. Durkant says we're getting pushed around. Singh says Bucs are winning the Super Bowl. He's said that all year, so I'll give him credit for that. He's stayed true to his pick. Sebi says the Bucs suck. That is false, Ultra. Not the worst team of all time. Well, if you're talking about the 2008 team, then yeah. Is it 2008 or 2009? 2nd and 7. I think it's 2000 and maybe 2009. I don't know. 2nd and 7. 50 to the 40. Damn, Jonathan Taylor eating up. 13:20 left in the third quarter. We will see. I don't know if Holtby will be their main goalie. I think he'll probably... I know they like Demko. There's a reason they let go of Markstrom. So 1st and 10. Taylor to the left of Rivers. Handoff to the 32-yard line. Taylor getting all the touches on this drive. 2nd and 3. I could see the Bucks winning. Crosby or Ovi? I've always been a Crosby guy, and I don't see how, from a historic perspective, you could see it any different. It's just my opinion. I think Crosby's the better player all time. 2nd and 3. Rivers under center. 3 to the right. Handoff again. This one's hit in the backfield. Taylor backwards. Hit by Adrian Amos. Russ could win MVP. I don't think there's a clear-cut MVP right now. I think that's going to be determined down the stretch. Tampa says if the Steelers really go undefeated, they play the Super Bowl, and they play the Bucks in the Super Bowl and win, I won't be too upset because no team deserves to be traumatized like that. Yeah, no team deserves to be traumatized like that. Thanks for bringing that up. 3rd and 3 to the 25-yard line. Another gashing run by the Colts. That's Wilkins. Yes, Ultra is correct. Cam, you blame Cam for the loss because he didn't rush the passer well enough. I agree. He didn't even have one pressure in the game, bro. Jacoby Brissett on the option to the 22-yard line of the Packers. What's up, Liam? Yo, what's up? We have new people in the chat. $20-10 Broncos? No way. 10:40 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 6. Motion. Play action. Screen to the 22-yard line. So, 3rd down and about 5. 4. Has anyone played Spider-Man Miles Morales yet? I'm going to be probably playing that during Christmas break when I got to get off school, man. I heard it's good. Is it like short though? Like, is it a pretty short game compared to the first Spider-Man? Because it's just an extension. 3rd and 4. Phillip Rivers on the slant to Hines for a 1st down. 9:45 left in the third quarter. Where am I from? From Vancouver. Broncos scored. Who scored? Colts have the ball. Still. I've had the ball for 6 minutes. I do too, Drew Kent. I still haven't been able to order it yet. Draw by the Colts. That's stuff for a negative 2-yard gain. AKA a loss. Vikings are in the red zone. Thielen has 98 yards on the game. Cowboys doing a good job versus Dalvin Cook. Miami's getting dominated. Jets are down 31-13. When is Montgomery expected back? Oh, I think Kenny Clark just sacked Phillip Rivers. I was checking my fantasy team and the scores. Let's see. Kenny Clark. Yeah, push the pocket back and sack Phillip Rivers. This is going to make it a 3rd and long. 3rd and goal. Damn, Durkant's eating like a pig. Hey, thank you for saying you like my vids. I appreciate that. Can't wait for Thanksgiving. I wish I could experience American Thanksgiving. Phillip Rivers throws it up. It's incomplete. Because as you know, Canadians celebrate it much earlier. And it's much less of a big deal. So I don't really know how you guys have it. I know it's pretty special there. That might have been pass interference. They didn't call anything. Rivers was trying to alley-oop it to Hilton. There was some contact, though. I mean, if you call that one on the Colts, you should probably call that on the Packers, but who am I to judge? I'm not a ref. Damn, Ultra's got a week-long break. The content's going to be flowing. We've been slacking on the Instagram. We got to get better. That's partly my fault. So, we'll get better, though. I want to do a couple of projects in terms of video essays during the Christmas break. I don't really know what the topics will be yet. Liam, I don't give that out. And by the way, is this Liam? Who is this? Tampa says, I wouldn't mind if the Titans go to the Super Bowl, lose to the Bucks, and Brady could retire. It'd be ironic that his last game as a Patriot and Buccaneer was against the Titans. Thanks for talking. Gotta go. All right, see ya. What did I say that was facts? Tua's scrambling around. And my TV just froze on the Tua game. Yo, Signal. What's going on? That's weird. What the heck? Where'd the Packers game go? Yo, this is crazy. Where'd the Packers game go? I don't even see it. Oh my god. Huh? Maybe I'll turn the thing off. Okay. Let's try and find it now. It just doesn't show up all these channels. I can't even click it. Well, that's weird. I'll just flick through the channels and see if I can find it, but I don't know if I can find it. Might have to watch it on my phone. I got Jets Chargers. I got Cowboys Vikings. Dolphins Broncos. I can't find the game. Let me go to... Oh, there it is. What the heck? Bro, this TV's glitching. All right. 28-17. 7:39 left in the third. All right, Packers got the ball. Change the score here. Make an essay on why the Lions And how Stafford, yes, I should make a Stafford essay because I feel like that relationship's coming to an end. So it's probably worth it at this point. I was actually contemplating doing a Brady hater part 2 video. But I don't know what you guys think about that. I'd have to watch the first one and remember what I didn't do. Maybe I'll have to brainstorm with you guys some. I do have a list of them that I have down though. 2nd and 8 for the Packers at their own 18. Rodgers throws out of the backfield to Aaron Jones to the 20-yard line. You think the Browns will sign him, eh? I really hope it's the Niners because they would be so easy to cheer for. Because I already like the Niners. I hope it's the Niners, but I mean, it could be a lot of teams. A lot of teams have bad quarterbacks. I could see like the Broncos. 3rd and 4. Throw by Rodgers out of bounds. Incomplete. Looks like he miscommunicated with his wide receiver. 4th and 4. Packers will have to punt. Oh my goodness, Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen putting on a damn show out here. Adam Thielen completely breaks white stereotype wide receiver traits. Like, he does not play like a white receiver at all. Just saying. 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Punt for the Packers. So Colts will get the ball back here to make it a 1-possession game. Oh, a weird bounce. Hines corrals it. Great play by Hines. Hines is a really good punt returner. Only gets a couple yards on the return, though. 5:56 left in the 3rd quarter. 28-17, Packers. Ultra wants Matt Ryan to San Fran. What about Atlanta? You don't want Matt Ryan in Atlanta? Probably because the Bucks-Chiefs game was protected by CBS. Because they probably have that game as a Romo Nance game. It's probably why. Deshaun says the Jets need to fire their coach after this game ASAP. No, they're trying to lose. You don't get it. They would have fired their coach a long time ago. They're trying to lose, guys. Do you not understand the business of the NFL? They are trying to lose, but not on purpose. But by employing Adam Gase, you are therefore increasing your chances to lose in the NFL. So that you get the number 1 pick. That's how this tanking thing works. You put the pieces in place so that you can lose. You're not on purposely trying to lose, but you put incompetent people in important positions. Therefore, you will lose. Adam Gase for you. Yes, BLV bingo needs to exist. Ultra says, nah, I want to rebuild, and I want Matt Ryan to have a chance to win the Super Bowl and cement him as a Hall of Famer in his final years. I'm sure a team would want Matt Ryan. He's still a good quarterback, but I don't know, man. Maybe with a new coach and new general manager, they would make that move. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know. What would be like the weirdest team to see Matt Ryan on for you? Would it be... it wouldn't be the Bucks or the Saints, because I guess it could be the Saints. What if Matt Ryan went to the Patriots? Would you be a Patriots fan? 1st and 10, Rivers throws. Incomplete. Nice play by Savage. Breaking it up. 5:51 left in the third quarter. Michael says, Taysom Hill looked great out there, except for the fumble. We are about to witness another classic Chargers loss. Seriously? What's going on? Was there, James says, was there something wrong with the audio on the TV between the Packers and the Colts? No, I couldn't find it. It like disappeared and then I couldn't find it on the TV. So, yeah, but I found it now. 3rd and 10. Another incompletion from Rivers. Leonardo says, I don't know why people act like the Jets have nothing. You have a stud left tackle, a good young receiving core, and you're going to have a future Hall of Famer quarterback next year. Well, assuming that their quarterback's going to be great. I mean, we haven't seen him play in the NFL. I think he'll be good, but... Liam wants to know how you play BLV bingo. Is BLV bingo an actual thing? Taylor, short of the first down by about a yard. 4th and 1 in Packer territory. So the Colts are probably going to go for this, almost without a doubt. When you're at the 46-yard line of your opponent and it's a 4th and 1, it's basically 100% guaranteed you're going to go for it. Fourth and 1, it is a first down for Jacoby Brissett, who battles his way to about an 8-yard gain. That's wild. The Chargers are letting the Jets come back. Damn. Okay, look at the Jets receiving. 9 completions. 1 to Perryman, 1 to Mims, 1 to Herndon, 1 to Crowder, 1 to Gore, 1 to Smith, and 3 to Johnson. Meanwhile, Keenan Allen, 13 catches by himself. 1st and 10. The ball is up, and it's almost intercepted. I think that was also tipped. 4:09 left in the third quarter. Should have been an interception by the Packers. Rivers stepped in this throw looking deep, and I think it was Lowry who was able to get a big mitt on it to bat it away. Good night. 2nd and 10. 4:09 left in the third. Rivers throws complete to Hines. Hines near the first down marker. Another running back completion for Phillip Rivers. 3:55 left in the third quarter. Oh, yeah, I don't think it would be a bad spot for him. I think that would be a good spot. I just don't know if they're going to give up on Mayfield yet. 3rd and 1, first down to the 30-yard line, the Colts. Why does it feel like the Packers have had the ball for like 10 seconds in this half so far? Start, bench, cut 2004 quarterback class. Oh, man. I think I would start Ben, but as to what I would do with the bench and cut, I think Rivers was a better quarterback than Eli, but Eli had better moments. So I don't know. What a throw by Phillip Rivers. And because of that throw, I am going to put him on the bench. First and goal, Colts, after a corner route is delivered on the money. Phillip Rivers to T.Y. Hilton for about 20 yards. That's what I'm talking about. Rivers doesn't have the throw power, but he has the anticipation still. First and goal, handoff. Stuffed at the line. The 6-yard line. Why haven't I streamed a Cowboys game? Because they're terrible this year. Fitzmagic is in? Tua is out? Tua benched? Benched? Wow, you give up on your franchise quarterback just like that? I mean, he does have 83 yards, but... Did he get hurt? Vikings on the move. First and 10 at the 29 are the Vikings. Play action. Cousins looking. Finds Thielen to the 24 of the Cowboys. Tua time is on hold, tweets Ian Rappaport. Fitz magic. The Magic Man. Sacked 6 times? Based on their yardage and time of possession, it makes no sense that the Vikings only have 14 points. Handoff to Cook to the 20 to the 16. Bradley Chubb hurt his knee. Yeah, Cowboys. I think if the Cowboys had Dak and their defense played this well at the beginning of the year, we would be talking about the Cowboys as a pretty good team. But their defense, when Dak was there, their defense was horrible. And then they also had injury. Here's the problem. They didn't just have Dak hurt. They also got injuries to their offensive line. Both of their tackles. Dalvin Cook to the 10. Dalvin Cook to the 8. Vikings might score there. Colts, second and goal at the 6. Rivers throws. That's a touchdown. That's Nyheim Hines. Flag on the play, though. Am I happy that Kirk has finally won a Monday Night Football game? Of course. Why wouldn't I be? Good for him. Good for him, Kirk. Good for you, buddy. Oh, penalty on the offense. Replay second down. 2:03 left in the third quarter. Huge call. Huge holding call that takes a touchdown off the board. Where's the ball? It's at the 6-yard line. And it's a touchdown. That's Jack Doyle. Where's Party? Does he exist anymore? For real this time, yeah. Are they going for 2 here? They are. All right, go ahead, Liam. 2-point attempt. Hand off to Hines. The 2-point is good. Oh, my lights are fucking up. Oh, that's what happened. It's 28-25. Yep. Offside on the defense. So it counted. 28-25. Officially. What other game is on right now? Thanks for the dislike, whoever left it. Appreciate it. Don't see anyone. Jets, Chargers. What's going on in the Chargers game? Okay, Liam. Cool. 3rd and 5. 31-19. 8 minutes remaining in the game. $7:40 left in the fourth quarter. Rivers throws to the flat. Complete. I called Herbert Rivers. 7 minutes left in the fourth. I'm so used to Rivers on the Chargers. I miss those days. All right. Let's get back to that Colts game. Yeah, it looks like the Chargers are going to score again. Rivers' former team. $20-13. Why are my lights going crazy? Dude, what the fuck? It's annoying. Tua had 83 yards. Hey, Melvin Gordon's playing well. For once. It's not bad. I'll keep an eye on the Broncos game. And the Vikings game. Cousins, why you got to throw a touchdown to Thielen? Throw to Jefferson. Damn, this Thielen selfish dude. Here comes the return from the Packers to the 22-yard line. Aaron Rodgers will get the ball for only the second time in the second half. Colts have had the ball the entire second half. And now it's only a 3-point game. Halftime was 28-14. A lot of that actually came off turnovers. So we'll see how the Packers can consistently move the ball without turnovers aiding them here. And the Colts looking for big stops on defense. 1st and 10, 1:54 left in the third quarter. Aaron Jones in the backfield. Adams wide to the left. Motion. Scantling. Play action. Rodgers looking. Throws to the flat. Well covered. Moore brings down Sternberger for like a 3-yard gain. Yeah, Kevil's hacking my lights. He's stopping my shine. Yes, Ultra knows. I'm making a video on that too. What happened, Durkant? 2nd and 7. Stack to the right. Adams in the slot. Jones in the backfield. Pitch to the left. Jones gets a decent gain there, making it 3rd and about 1. So 50 seconds left in the third quarter, 28-25. Really good, close, 3-point game. Colts have dominated the second half. Can Rodgers put up some more points to extend this lead? 3rd and 1. In the shotgun. Jones beside him to the left. Rodgers. Under duress. Throws it. Incomplete. I do not see any flags. And that will mean that the Packers will punt. Do you think they should go for it here? I'm not so sure the Packers shouldn't have just ran it once, and then if they didn't get it, run it again. It's an interesting play call. They went with a slant to Adams. It wasn't there. So now they have to punt. Interesting. I don't know if you shouldn't have just given it to Jones. 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Packers are going to punt. Scott with the punt. See what he can do. Looks like the Packers got called for a 5-yard penalty. Yo, Ultra, are you a mod? .547 left in the game. 20-13 Broncos. Broncos looking to put more points on the board. Durkant is shivering in his boots. 2nd and 12. Lock. Play action. Lock outside the pocket. Lock. Scrambling. Goes down. Flag on the play, though. Ultra, can you please time out Mr. Liam? Please. Thank you. 5:41 left in the fourth. Put that kid in the timeout. Put him in the corner. Tell him to look at the wall. All right. So, what do we have? Rivers with the ball at the 36. Hand off to the 40, to the 45, near the 50. Jonathan Taylor having his best game in a while. Are the Jets going to come back? What do you guys think? Jets come back? Pollard touchdown, says the coach. Hey, thanks, Michael. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for joining. Touchdown Broncos. Pollard scored a touchdown? I traded for Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb in one of my leagues, and they're both kind of disappointing me right now. 2-point attempt. CeeDee Lamb in the backfield. A triple option to CeeDee Lamb, and the 2-point is good. Now that's some creativity. 24-21. Tony Pollard with the long touchdown score, followed up by a 2-point conversion triple option play from Zeke to CeeDee Lamb. Dolphins are fraudulent, says Joshua. Coach says, boys up. Damn, boys to the playoffs now. The LA Chargers defense has 10 points. Oh, they scored a touchdown. That's why. Damn. I shouldn't have started Crowder. It hasn't done anything. Actually, they might come back, says Michael. Jets coming back. Bro, Denzel Mims. That game's basically over. The Broncos game. I hate having to find this every time. Can't find it. All right. So Colts got first down. They have 139 rushing yards in the game. Anthony Lynn is definitely on the hot seat. Touchdown, Chris Herndon. 3:10 left in the fourth quarter. Ooh, a reverse. Rivers with a little block. And they get back just the line of scrimmage on that reverse. Pollard, boom, bounce it outside. Boom, hit it inside. To the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. How about Damiere Byrd being the second leading receiver in the NFL this week? What do we think about that? 3 receivers to the right. Corey Davis had a good game again. 5 catches, 100 yards. Nice. 2nd and 10. Rivers throws complete inside the 15 to the 12. This is a big game too for the Saints, the Bucs, the NFC West. If the Packers lose, it kind of takes them out of position to get that bye. Packer is down on the field, 3rd and 3, 12 minutes remaining in the game. Fitz the GOAT is in. Second and 9, Cousins throws. That's Thielen again to the 45-yard line of the Cowboys. Thielen is feasting on the Cowboys. Feasting. Imagine thinking Thielen wasn't good. First and 10, Cousins handoff to Cousins. Cousins handoff to Cousins. Cousins handoff to Cook for 5. All right, let's check the Packers game. Still on commercial. Sports Today says Aaron Rodgers is not a big game quarterback. Sorry. He folds when pressure is on him, like now. Go back to the Colts game, says Sports Today. He is not happy. This Cowboys game's intense. Play action. Cousins going deep. Jefferson touchdown. Vikings and my fantasy team. There we go. That's more like it. Even though I want the Cowboys to win, that's nice to see for my fantasy team. Michael says it's 20-13 Broncos and the Dolphins have the ball. Fits. Oh, Gordon fumbled on the 1-yard line? Gordon's a dummy. Oh, damn, that Cowboys player jumped this snap like crazy. All right, Packers, Colts back. Come on, hurry up. How many commercials you guys need? All right, 3rd and 2 for the Colts. That is Jacoby Brissett in the game. Hands it off and goes backwards. Colts, poor 3rd down play. 11:45 left in the game, which I should change the quarter here. The Colts are probably going to kick this field goal and tie the game up. All right, 32-yard try for McLaughlin. Kick is up and good. 28 all. I don't know, man. That's a good question, Ultra. I'm like a bird. I'm gonna fly away. That's what I was singing all game. But it didn't matter. Michael says it's tied 28-28. Yep. 11-12 left in the game. Let's check out Cowboys real quick. Commercial. Let's check out the other game. Where's their Kent? Probably nervous. Such a weird position where I am on this thing. All right, 2nd and 20 for the Finns at their own 41. Fitz throws, completes it to the 50. Yeah, man, this is going to be a good finish. Tie game. Third and 11, Fitzpatrick throws it. It's complete to Parker. Did you remember the Rams-Bucks game? Yes, I do. Such a weird game. Damn, Fitzpatrick throwing dots. Fumble! And the Colts recovered? Phillip Rivers can't even find his own helmet. Look at this guy. And he's limping. Brissett's in the game because Rivers couldn't find his helmet. At the 28-yard line, the Colts. Handoff. Taylor. That's 7. Here comes limping Rivers. $11:40 left. Tie game. Packers fumble the kickoff. Colts with the ball. 2 receivers in the game. Handoff to the 20-yard line. 3rd down and 2. 10 minutes remaining. Brissett in the game. 3rd and 2. Is Brissett always in the game in these situations, or Brissett under center, not under pressure. 3rd and 2, under center. Handoff. Taylor breaks it to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown. Flag on the play, though. This could be a hold. It is, I think. It's going to be 3rd and long now. Damn these holding calls, bro. Get out of here. Refs deciding games in the NFL. Third and 12. $9:34 left in the 4th. Rivers throws slant to the 23-yard line of the Packers, but that was 3rd down, 3rd and long. Flag on the play, though. Another one. Dolphins 1st and 10 at the Broncos 17. Jets. Huh. 3rd and 7. 28-28. 9 minutes left. Colts at the Packers 25. Pass is incomplete. It would have been short of the sticks even if there was a catch. So, probably another field goal. And that's a good stand by the Packers defense. Because their special teams let them down with a fumble. Again, Rodgers has had the ball like twice in this entire half. His next touch will be the 3rd time he has had the football, possession of the football this half. The Jets are seriously coming back, yeah. Mike says, I'm glad to hear you say it because I'm getting tired of these refs and BS calls. Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of them. The kick is up and the kick is good. 31-28, 8:56 left in the game. The Colts capitalize off of a miscue by the Packers. Guys, if you're enjoying this live stream, don't forget to Gronk spike that like button. And if you are new, subscribe to the channel for more streams just like this. All right. So commercial now, 31-28. This might be the best game of the week thus far. I'm glad I picked it to stream. Typically games that I stream suck. It's funny that this is one of the best games and we have like the least amount of people that I've had for a live stream this year, which kind of sucks. But every other game, like the Bucks and Saints game, it was crowded. It was rowdy. But the game sucked. Michael says it's not a prediction. It's really happening. The Jets are coming back. Yep. Broncos win. Broncos won, baby. Drew Lock, all he does is win. Vikings up 28-24 with 5 minutes left. What's up, Cole? What's up? What's up, everybody? Who do you guys think's going to win this game? Colts, Packers. Packers got the ball, but the Colts are up by 3. Who do you guys got? If you had to bet on it, who do you have? Fitz magic intercepted. No magic today, sir. Broncos defense coming through. Go Colts, says Mike. Lori says Saints won again. I hope Indy wins. What'd you think of Taysom Hill today, Lori? Michael says Colts will win 38-35. Ooh, I like it. Mike's got Colts. Jets coming back, baby. 31-28 Colts kickoff return again here. Let's see if he fumbles it again. Nope, he goes out of bounds. 8:52 left in the game. Aaron Rodgers, 3rd time he's had the ball in the second half. What can he do with it this time? Anything at all. Deshaun says, I hope the Packers don't win. Lori says, I love it. He played well. Well, that's good. He did play well. He had almost 300 yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. Pretty good. A lot of people want to hate on him, though. The 23-yard line, the Packers begin their drive. Rodgers has time. He throws out of the backfield. That is Scantling on a swing pass. And that is 9, maybe close to the first down. 8:40 left in the game. 31-28. Second and 1. Jones in the backfield. Sternberger at fullback. Rodgers hands off to Jones. Jones gets, I think, face masked. I think he's still got the first down, but no call by the refs who are sleeping at the wheel. What are you doing? That's a face mask. What are you, blind? What is this? Dude, it's the easiest call of the year, and you miss it. What are you watching? Dirk Kant says, ugh. That was a tough one. I look like the Dolphins of old. First and 10, 7:20 left in the fourth. Handoff to Jones. Jones goes nowhere. 7:15 left in the fourth quarter. And a missed face mask cost the Packers 15 yards. Where's my boy Party at? I don't know, man. He's disappeared. He no longer exists. I don't know, bro. But he's not here. Which is unfortunate because I miss Party. Where is he? So, second and 10. 6:40 left in the game. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers got some time. Gonna move up. Gonna find his guy. That is Jones who catches it for a first down. 14 yards on the reception. 6:20 left in the game. Guys, if you're enjoying this game, if you think this is the best game of the week, Gronk spike that like button. Also, do you think Gronk's going to do anything tomorrow? Let me know. 6 minutes left in the fourth. Spencer says, let's go BYU Cougars. Is that a Taysom Hill reference? 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Damn the Jets. Damn. Play action. Rodgers looking, searching, finds his man. All the time in the world. That's 9 yards to Allen Lazard. Oh, they gave him the first down. Interesting spot there, referee. 5:40 left in the game. Eric wants more Devontae Adams. Deshaun says Rodgers has 175 passing yards with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Correct, I think. He hasn't really had the ball in the second half. This is like the third time they've got it. He has 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's 18 for 23. The one pick he threw was pretty bad. First and 10. 5:14 left. Handoff to Jamal Williams to the 30-yard line, to the 28-yard line of the Colts. But there's another flag on the play because the refs call flags on this play, but they don't call it when a guy gets absolutely clotheslined. But they want to call every holding on every run that goes for more than 5 yards. 5 minutes left in the fourth. I do think that's holding, though. Mercedes Lewis on the penalty. Five minutes left in the fourth. We're under 5 now. First and 20, Rodgers at the 47 of the Packers. Throws over the middle. That is caught. That is Mr. Tay Adams, as Durkant will call him. I don't understand why Darius Leonard is covering Devontae Adams, but that's just me. I know it's zone coverage. But I don't think I'd ever want that. 4:15 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 now. They got 10 yards back after the penalty on 1st and 20. So 3 receivers on the field for Rodgers. Back to the right. In Colts territory. Throw short and goes next to nowhere. Tonyan gets a yard, maybe 2. 3:50 left in the fourth quarter. Savvy says, let's high Colts. Not sure what that means. Let's go Colts. That's better. 3:35 left in the fourth quarter. Mason Crosby getting ready for a potential game-tying field goal. But Packers fans would like to score a touchdown here. So 5 receiver set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right in a stack. Blitz coming. Rodgers throws. It's caught and out of bounds. Tonyan. This time it goes for decent yards. Gets close to the first down, but not quite the first down, making it 4th and a yard. Will the Packers decide to tie the game, or will they go for it? That is the question. Thielen built different, says Connor. Absolutely 100% correct. The Packers will go for it on 4th and 1 with 3:11 remaining. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. It is a long field goal. Play action. Rodgers throws to Williams. It's incomplete. The Colts defense with the stand. Rodgers has done next to zero. Zippo. Nada. In the second half. 0 points allowed by the Colts defense in the second half. The Colts were down 28-14 and are now leading 31-28 with 3 minutes left. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. Packers still got a shot, but impressive comeback and better defense by the Colts. All right, let's see if Phillip Rivers and this Colts offense can close this game. 3 minutes left. Rivers is going empty here with one strap on his helmet undone. Rivers launching that football. It's complete. That is the rookie, Pittman, who I should have started this week in fantasy, but I did not. All right, 2:40 left in the game. 2:40 left. 12 first downs in this half to only 3 for the Packers. Damn. 2:30 now. Packers have yet to call a timeout. 3 receivers to the left of Rivers. In the shotgun again. Ooh, there might have been a jump at the line. Handoff, and that's 2 yards. Flag on the play. I think it might have been offside. I believe it was offside. 2:14 left in the fourth. If this is offside, this is big. That's 5-yard penalty. It's still first down. That means you get more downs to run the clock. It's already 2:14 left. You didn't get it that 4th down. Damn, Mike. Good call, man. Good call, sir. Oh, Rivers hurt himself blocking? Are you freaking serious? Oh, really? He has a YouTube channel? 1st and 5. Is there another flag? Huh? How's the Cowboys-Vikings game going? Is it still on? Green Bay, another flag? Jets game is still on. 2:17 left. 1st and 10. Rivers hands off. Right into the pile. Taylor emerges for 6. But there's another flag. Refs. Go home. Leave. Stop calling holding. On Michael Pittman, nonetheless. Stop it. Don't do it. Yo, what's up, Ethan? Coda says the Broncos won their game against the Dolphins. 1st and 20 for the Colts now. 2:12 left. Colts go backwards. Flag on the play again. Go home. What the heck? How many flags have there been in this game? Are you kidding? Another holding call? Bro, 6 holding calls on the Colts. Not both teams. The Colts, 1st and 30. 1st and 30. The Colts have 6 holding calls. I don't think the Texans had 1 holding call versus the Patriots today. 6? 2:09 left in 4th quarter. What is this game? What is this game? Kansas says Cowboys about to win. I don't know. Cousins could clutch up. All right. Hand off. Wait for the holding. We got to wait for the holding. 0-yard gain. Flag! What is a flag? Wait. 2:04. This is the 237th straight flag. Let's see what we got here. This guy really likes being on TV. Illegal motion. Okay. At least it wasn't holding. What is this now? 1st and 400? I don't even know what the down is. 2:04 left in the 4th. 3rd and 19. Okay. 2:04 left. Packers have yet to call timeout because they haven't need to because of flags. Rivers in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's going to be a holding on this play. I'm just waiting for it. Screen to the 40. To the 35 of the Packers. If I'm the Colts, I consider going for this, to be honest with you. There's almost no use of punting the ball. And the field goal is very long. So I would go for it. Because if you go for it, chances are you win the game if you convert. I mean, you can only really punt at 20 yards. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Ball's at like the 35 of the Packers, I think. Maybe the 40. Yeah, the refs really want Green Bay to win. I don't know. Personal foul, drinking Pepsi, says Rob. Packers win, says Daniel. We'll see what the Colts decide to do here. What would you guys do? I know what you should do. Gronk spiked that like button. $421 over here in the West Coast. All right, this is the game, guys. Eduardo says go for it. Mark says Cowboys just scored. Who scored? I'm going to check it out. We're on commercial. Dalton Schultz. Cowboys are back. The boys are back in town. The Vikings got one timeout left. And Cowboys are up 3. Interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Packers are sus? Why is that? Joshua says push it. What does push it mean? Here we go. Come on. Come on, commercials. Let's go. I want to see a 4th down. Some guy just commented, bro, Deshaun, why are you commenting start Kamara versus Atlanta when the game already happened? Come on, Deshaun, you know better than that. 4th and 4. Ball's on the Green Bay 36. 31-28. Decision analysis. Go for it. Win probability is 84%. Kick field goal 78%. All right, Rivers, 4th and 4. Going for it. 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Hilton in the slot to the left. Rivers looks right, throws right, complete to the 30, to the 25. First down, Nyheim Hines. 152 left in the game, but the Packers still have all 3 timeouts because the refs called 16 flags in a row. So we'll see. The Packers still got a shot is what I'm saying. So this was a huge conversion, but there's still a chance the Packers could force a field goal attempt. We'll see what happens here. 1:55 left in the game. Rodgers is PO'd. All right. Rivers has played well today. I will say that. That was a nice play as well. Play call, I'll say. Mark says no. $31-28 Colts. 1:55 remaining. Both teams have 3 timeout. Green Bay actually has 2 now. So hand off. That's 6. That's a big 6 by Taylor. And I had a flag on the play. What else is new, bro? What else is new with you other than a new flag? Oh, really? Holding? I've never seen that call. Is that a new one? Is that a new one? I've never heard of holding before. 1:51 left in the 4th. 1st and 20 now for the Colts. That is going to make a potential field goal longer, like a lot longer. So we'll see. First and 20. Rivers throwing. Rivers throws to the flat. It's almost intercepted. Oh, man. 2nd and 20. Checking out this Cowboys-Vikings game real quick. Jefferson, why you dropped the ball, bro? Damn, bro. Second and 20, 1:47 left in the 4th. 2 receivers to the left. Handoff. Taylor to the 30. Taylor to the 25. Another flag! Bro, this is a joke. I am about to turn this game off. What is the flag? Holding! Holding! I've never seen it before. Yo, can anybody explain what holding is? Every play is a hold. 2nd and 30. 1:42 left in the game. Oh my God, this is hilarious. The Colts are at the 43-yard line of the Packers now. Handoff. I'm waiting for the holding. Is there holding incoming? Nelson's looking around, searching for the flag. He does not see one. 3rd down. 2nd timeout used by the Packers. Now it's going to be 3rd and 560. I think it's actually 3rd and 26, but I'm not sure. So 1 timeout left for the Packers. 1:36 remaining. The Colts will probably pass here to try to get in range for a field goal because they're now backed up so far thanks to 3 holding calls that they can't even kick a field goal. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, thanks, Michael. 3rd and 26. Vikings lost. 3rd and 26. Rivers steps up, is hit while he throws, and the ball is incomplete. Packers are returning it to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown Packers, but is it an actual touchdown or is Kirksey just running it back? Rodgers is celebrating. Rodgers is saying that's a touchdown. Isn't a touchdown. Rivers. Zadarius Smith hit him. I would say that is an incomplete pass. In my opinion, it is incomplete. His arm is coming forward as the ball is being launched forward. The arm was not going backward. So in my opinion, that is incomplete. Cowboys won. Interesting. So I believe they'll rule this as an incomplete pass, but we'll see. Who the knows with these refs? How many penalties has there been this game? Like, for real. So penalties. 15 penalties? 15? The Colts have 116 yards of penalties. Damn. Damn. Yeah, of course I like the Patriots. Why wouldn't I? Incomplete pass. Call reversed. Trevor says this game has literally raised my blood pressure. I know. I think there's probably like a montage of me saying flag that we could do. Connor, I think you could make a montage of me calling out all the flags in this game. It probably exists. Or at least just in the last 5 minutes, probably been like 10 flags. 4th and 26. So now Rodgers is going to get a chance to have a game-winning drive here. Thanks in no small part from the refs. But let's see if they can do it. Punt is away, and the punt is great. It is downed at the 7-yard line-ish. Nice punt. I will say this. The Colts have not allowed a score in this second half yet. So this would be the first time the Packers score in the second half. If they do score. Matt LaFleur. The only call that I was really puzzled about was the slant on 3rd and 1. Was it 3rd and 1? That was the only call where I was like, he probably shouldn't have done that. Other than that, I don't think the play calling's been all that terrible. 1st and 10, the 6-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, back to the right. Rodgers at his 6. Rodgers throws on a slant. That's incomplete to Allen Lazard. 2nd and 10, 1:22 left. Rest in peace, Cody. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, Francesca. Dakota says, now for the refs to help the Packers offense because it's rigged. Refs trying to ride. Says Sports Today. All right. 2nd and 10 for Rodgers. 3 receivers to the left. Adams to the right. 1-on-1 with the great one. Rodgers looking to the left. Throwing to the left. He overshoots his receiver, Allen Lazard. 3rd and 10. 1:17 left in the 4th quarter. Matt LaFleur searching for his best play. 3rd and 10. Rhodes saying this roads are closed, sir. Rodgers just nonchalantly throwing it off his back foot on 2nd and 10 on his own 6-yard line. That's interesting. 3rd and 10. 5 wide set. 3 to the left. Adams in the slot to the right. Rodgers going deep. He's got a guy. Caught by Scantling. What? How did he catch that? And how do you allow that to happen? That's like the 4th time. Scantling right down the seam, 1-on-1 with Okereke, a linebacker. Rodgers places it into a spot for him to get it. Nice pass. And he catches it. Why is the fastest receiver on the Packers being covered by a linebacker? That makes no sense. I know it's cover 2, but still. Dude. Come on, bro. 31-28. Crosby getting ready for the field goal. Huge clutch conversion by Rodgers and Valdez-Scantling here. Let's see what they can do. Can they get into Crosby range to send this to overtime, or can they score a touchdown to win the game? That was a great throw by Rodgers, though. 1st and 10. Rivers watching from the sideline saying, what if those refs didn't call 8 holding calls in a row? Jamal Williams in the game. Adams to the right of Rodgers. He's throwing to Adams. Adams catches it at the 34-yard line. No timeouts for the Packers, remember. 1 minute. They're going to spike it with plenty of time. 58 seconds they spike it. So now they're in field goal range. They're looking to score. They're looking to put up 7 here. Adams with a nice little in route for a big gain. Rodgers worked to the left, looked to the right. Bam. Strike to Adams. Big play. Hey, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. 2nd and 10. 57 seconds remaining. Devontae Adams still to the right. 1-on-1. 5 receiver set. Empty for Rodgers. 2nd and 10. Rodgers. No, he hits it. Devontae Adams to the 20. Inside the 20. Now, 45 seconds. 31-28. They're going to spike it with 42 seconds left. Great clock management and great awareness by the Packers to get up quick. And the Packers' offensive line, man, has been absolutely phenomenal on this drive, not letting anyone near their quarterback. Rodgers just sat back and strike. Right behind the zone coverage, Adams was behind Leonard, and Rodgers threw it perfectly. I think it's 1st at 10. Oh, 2nd and 10 because of the spike. Never mind. At the 15-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. I think there might have been a false start there, but I don't see a flag. Tonyan to the 10. Tonyan to the 8. Now the Packers got to hurry. 30 seconds. Down by 3. Will they spike it? It doesn't look like they will. 25, 24, 23, 22, 20 seconds. 3rd and 3. This might be the last play for them to get a touchdown. You got to know it's going to Adams. You got to. Rodgers throwing to Adams, and it's incomplete. 4th and 3. 7 seconds left. They will attempt the field goal to tie and probably send this to OT, but we'll see. Thank you guys for tuning in. 119 people in here now. Appreciate it. If you're enjoying this commentary and this stream, Gronk, spike that like button. Show support for the stream. Show support for me and the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more. 26-yard attempt to tie the game. Crosby. The kick is up. Right down the middle. It is good. And we will see you in overtime. Who's going to win in overtime? Packers will have the opportunity to call the toss. We will see. No miss. So, after a insane 4th quarter riddled with penalties, the Packers put up their first points, and Tonyan was wide open for a touchdown. He missed it, though. Rodgers missed a game-winning touchdown to Tonyan. $31 all. OT. OT. Who do you guys think's going to win? Let me know. Colts, Pack, who do you got? Why do people hate Nick Chubb? Because they're idiots. 31-31. Squib kick by the Pack. And the Colts slide down at the 21-yard line with no time left. So now it's time for overtime. Might be Brissett in overtime, says Rob. Matthew says score prediction for Kansas City versus Oakland, I believe you're asking. I said 31-24 Chiefs. I think it will be somewhere around there, like 35, 24, 34, something like that. I think the Chiefs will win from between 7 to 13 points. Somewhere in between there. 6 to 13, let's say. That's my guess. I'll be cheering for the Raiders, though. There's no doubt about that. All right. Coin toss. Up and coming. Ref explaining the rules to the two captains. Packers will receive the ball. And Rodgers will have a chance to end this game in OT. Bus is trash at fantasy. I don't know why, but he is. Matthew says Kansas City or Oakland. I got Kansas City. All right, man. All right, man. I got Tampa Bay over the Rams. What's the chances the Packers win on this drive? High, low, slim, average? Who do I want to win this game? I don't care. I mean, it would be nice if Aaron Jones got a long touchdown for my fantasy team. But other than that, I don't really care. Refs magically die for the last 2 minutes. Francesca says Oakland because you got Henry Ruggs and Josh Jacobs. Yankee fan says low. Low that they score. Ronald says 50%. Sports Today says 71%. Jason says nope. Rams 31, Tampa 24. I don't want to guarantee, but I'll be shocked if the Rams score 31 points. I will be shocked. Master says 75%. Sports Today says Marc Gasol signs with the Lakers. Dope. Connor says 100% if they throw to St. Brown, 87% if they don't. Rashawn says, let's go Packers. Elbow cough. Is that supposed to be an emoji? Mark says, I say Kansas City. All right. Damn. All right, let's see what we got here. 31-31, 10 minutes in OT to decide things. Yeah, it must be emojis that are coming up in my chat as like elbow cough, wash hands, wash hands. I like tater tots. That's dope. 31-31. Packers receive it at the 10, 20. Hit on the return. No fumble this time. So Rodgers will get the ball at the 22-yard line. Sing as the Bucks 34-13. Damn. Jason has Kansas City 34, Raiders 27. I hope so. That'd be a great game. Yeah, Cameron, of course, man. 9:56 OT. Jonas has 35-17 Raiders. Okay. 1st and 10 at the 22. Rodgers, swing pass. That is Aaron, the man on my fantasy team, Jones, to the 30-yard line. The ref spots it. 9:45 to score. Now there is a man down on the Colts. Walker, I think. I think that's Walker, linebacker. See how serious that is. Turkan has Rams 35-10. Evan has 38-27 Chiefs. What else? Let's go Pack, says Nacho. Yankee fan says if they go Aaron Jones a lot, they gonna win. I agree. Kareem could be booted? Why? Is he making fun of your lol fins? Singh says, Bucks winning because I do not trust Goff versus the Bucks defense. All right. Singh, who's going to win this game, though? All right. On commercial. This is the only game, the only show left in town. Jaden was panicking. Am I doing the Bills and Chargers game? Probably not. I'll be previewing it, but not streaming it. Master says, Pats, come on. Yankee fan says, who you think's going to be in the Super Bowl? Good question. But first, let's find this out. 2nd and 2. Motion. Scantling to the left and to the right. Screen to Scantling. He fumbles the ball! The Colts get it! The Colts got it! At the 29-yard line of the Packers, Valdez-Scantling gifts the Colts with possibly a W. What a play! Who was that man? Who's that guy that forced the fumble? Give him the credit. Who is that? Number 32. Valdez-Scantling blows it. So now the Packers defense desperately needs a stop. All the Rivers Colts need is about 10 yards for a guaranteed field goal. Let's go. 1st and 10. Handoff. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 9 minutes left in overtime. Packers need a stop. A field goal wins it. A field goal ends the game. Second and 20. 8:35 left in the game. Not that time is really relevant. Rivers. Hands off. And that is to the 24 of the Packers. Mark has a broken heart. Gucci says the Panthers are beating the Packers. Singh says now the Colts are going to win. Singh, you can't just change your pick every 5 seconds, bro. What's going on? Hank says no. 3rd and 5. Phillip Rivers. What a forced fumble. Rivers is pumped. The Colts defense that's only allowed 3 points in the second half. Might have put the Colts in position to win this game. I expect another run here by the Colts and then kick the game-winning field goal. They are at the 24 of the Packers. 3rd and 5. Rivers snaps it. Hand off. Taylor. down at the 21-yard line of the Packers. Getting a little bit closer for Mr. McLaughlin, or Blankenship, as I've been calling him McLaughlin all game, Blankenship, to kick the game-winning field goal. 4th and 2. Here we go. I don't know why I kept saying McLaughlin. Maybe because that was the old kicker. 7:25 left in the game if he misses the kick. 39 yards out. Blankenship with the goggles. Is he going to do it? The goggle man. LaFleur's trying to ice him. Valdez-Scantling is praying. Blankenship, 39 yards. Jaden says don't kick the field goal. 39 yards. What's going to happen? Kick is up. It's good. It's good. The Colts win the game. That was a great game. That was a great game. Phillip Rivers, 34. Packers and Aaron Rodgers, 31. Down 28-14 at half. They come back, outscore the Packers. I can't even do math. 20-3, I think. And win this game. Rodgers completes the comeback. Talks to Rodgers after the game, giving the props, dabbing up. Both teams are now 7-3. And the Colts prove that they could go toe-to-toe with the best in the NFC. They prove that they can slow down one of the best quarterbacks in the league for the most part. And the Packers lose to another good team. I think they've only played like 2 of those. So that's interesting. What a win. That was a wacky game. There was like 1,000 penalties. There was, I swear, like 8 holdings in a row. I don't even think that's a joke. There was like 4 different weird turnovers, and the game ended on a weird fumble. That's just how that game went. It was a wacky one, but it was a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, Grok spike that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more NFL live streams weekly on the Bottom Line View. Final score, 34 for the Colts, 31 for the Packers. I might see you tomorrow night, depending on how I feel. Bucks, Rams, enjoy Sunday Night Football. Raiders, Chiefs, 2 great games coming up. Thanks for joining me. It's Mitch. Deuces.